Hello students, welcome to the session. I am Mr. M.H. Mota, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering. This session is on working of filters used at water treatment plants for mass purification. The outcome of this session. At the end of this session, you will be in a position to understand the working of slow sand filters and rapid sand filters. Along with that, you even will understand the different operational troubles of these. Let's try to understand all these things in detail. So we'll start the discussion with slow sand filters. This is a cross section of slow sand filter. This is invented in England by James Simpson in 1829. Slow sand filters generally utilize the effluent from plain sedimentation tank and are used for relatively clean waters. Please remember one thing, that slow sand filters generally are utilizing the effluent from plain sedimentation. They should not be used at a place where the clariflocculation or a use of any coagulant is done before the filtration for any purpose. That may result in a choking of such filters. The construction of slow sand filters. So the slow sand filter consists of an enclosure tank. This tank is enclosed from sides and bottom, and generally they are free from top. These are the watertight rectangular tank made of masonry or concrete. The bed slope is maintained in a range of 1 in 100 towards the central drain. This drain is used to collect the filtered water and transfer it to the further process or to the distribution system. The depth of such enclosure tank is in a range of 2.5 to 3.5 meters. The filter media. Generally, we are using the sand as a filter media. The depth of such filter media in case of slow sand filter varies in between 90 to 110 centimeter. The effective size of sand is maintained in a range of 0.2 to 0.4 millimeter. So they are generally utilizing the very fine sand. The uniformity coefficient of such filter media is in a range of 1.8 to 2.5, and in rare case it might be up to 3 also. Next is the bed material. Bed material is used to support the filter media. Filter media is placed above the base material. For base material, generally the gravels are used. These are 30 to 75 centimeter thick gravels of different size placed in different layers. Generally, these layers are placed in a 3 to 4 numbers, and the depth of each is in between 15 to 20 centimeter. Below that, the under drainage system exists. The function of an under drainage system is to collect the filtered water and to transfer it for the further treatment. It consists of a central drain and lateral drains. The central drain is a main pipe which transfers the water from a whole unit, while laterals are the pipes placed perpendicular to central drains. They are primarily collect the filtered water and transfer them to the central drain. The laterals are open jointed pipe and are of other kind of drains placed at 3 to 5 meter apart. The inlet and outlet arrangements. Inlet chamber is constructed for admitting the effluent from the plain sedimentation tank. Tank without distributing the sand layers of the filter and to distribute it uniformly over the filter bed. A filtered water is well constructed to the outlet side in order to collect the filtered water coming out from the main under drains. So the inlet and outlet are helping to accept the water and after filtration to transfer it for the further processes. Along with that, we need certain appurtenances for the appropriate maintenance and the appropriate monitoring of the filtration process. So beside these, the vertical air pipe passing through the layers of sand may be provided. In addition to that, meters to measure the flow and a gauge to measure the loss of head are usually installed. This is the cross section of the slow sand filter which is connected to the outlet well. The filtered water is collected to this outlet well shown on the right side, and then it is transferred to the storage or the distribution system. The operation and cleaning of the slow sand filters. The treated water from the sedimentation tank is allowed to enter in the inlet chamber of the filter, and then it gets distributed uniformly over the filter bed. For that, generally a weir is provided. The water percolates through this filter media and gets purified during the process of filtration. The major process happening in this kind of filters are the mechanical straining and the metabolism. It gets collected in the lateral through the open joints which discharge into the main drains. The main drains finally discharge it into the filtered water well. The water entering in the slow sand filter should not be treated by coagulants as discussed earlier. And this process of operation is generally stopped when the head loss reaches to a value of 0.7 to 1.2 meter. Head loss is caused because of the clogging of sand media. Generally, when water gets purified, the dirt is getting removed and that is accumulating in the voids of the filter media. This results in the loss of head because of the resistance offered by the clog media. This loss of head should not be more than 1.2 meter in case of slow sand filter. Generally, it is around 1 meter, after which the cleaning of the media is expected. After the predetermined head loss, the filter unit must be put out of service and it should be cleaned. In case of slow sand filter, it is done by scraping and removing top sand layer by 1.5 to 3 cm. It means that the top surface of the sand is scrapped and that much sand is generally thrown away. So this results in the losing of such media. The top surface is finally racked, leveled and cleaned and washed with clean water before once again introducing for the operation. The cleaning is repeated until a sand depth is reduced up to 40 cm. After that, once again the more sand is added. The interval between two successive cleaning depend upon the nature of impurities present in water and also on the size of filtering sand used in the filter. Normally the slow sand filter cleaning is done between 1 to 3 months. So it should be cleaned in 1 to 3 months. Once again, it depends upon the nature of the water and the amount of dirt that has been accumulated in the filter. Performance of slow sand filter. The rate of filtration in case of slow sand filter is very low and is in a range of 100 to 200 liters per hour per square meter. But its performance is comparatively very good. It results in a bacteria removal of 98 to 99%. It also removes the odor and the taste caused by the organic impurities. It is less efficient in removing colors of raw waters. Such filters are best suited for very small plants and for purifying water with low colors, low turbidity and low bacterial count. If the color is there, then it is very difficult to treat it with the slow sand filters. Even the higher turbidity results in the earlier choking and very frequent cleaning of the filter media, which is not practicable in case of slow sand filter. And even the higher bacterial load even may interfere with the normal operation of such slow sand filters. Another limitation of the slow sand filter is that it requires a very high amount of area. The modification of slow sand filter is done in the form of rapid sand filters, where the total rate of filtration has been improved upon. These filters developed in last decade of the 19th century in USA, where the rate of filtration is made high and is generally in a range of 3000 to 6000 liters per hour per meter square. For the design purpose, it is assumed around 5000 liters per hour per meter square. The construction of rapid sand filter. Like the slow sand filter, this even needs an enclosure tank. Watertight rectangular tank made of masonry or concrete can be utilized for this enclosure tank. The depth of such enclosure tank is in a range of 2.5 to 3 meters or sometimes more than this. The area of each rapid sand filter is limited up to 80 square meter. If at all the larger area is essential or the larger rapid sand filters are to be constructed, then they are constructed in multiple numbers. Generally, the area is not exceed 100 meter square in any case. The filter media. Filter media utilized for the rapid sand filter is a sand. The depth of such filter media is limited from 60 to 90 centimeter. Generally, it is in a range of 70 to 75 centimeters. The effective size of such filter media is in a range of 0.35 to 0.6 mm. While the uniformity coefficient is limited up to 1.2 to 1.7. The base material. The base material, like in case of slow sand filter, is used to support the filter media. It is 60 to 90 centimeter thick gravel bed which is placed in the layers. The number of layers are 5 to 6, each of 10 to 15 centimeter in depth. The size of gravel is varying. The bottommost layer is 20 to 40 millimeter sized gravel, while the intermediate layers are consisting of the gravels of 12 to 20 millimeter, while the top layer is of 6 to 12 millimeter. The topmost layer placed is having the very fine material or very finer gravels in a range of 3 to 6 millimeters. The under drainage system. In case of rapid sand filter, the under drainage system once again consists of manifold and lateral system. Manifold is a central or larger pipe placed at the center, and the laterals are the pipes placed perpendicular to these, which are primarily collecting the filtered water and transferring it to the larger pipe, which then convey it to the outlet chamber. The manifold and lateral system consist of large diameter manifold which generally runs lengthwise along the center of filter bottom. The laterals are running perpendicular to the manifold in both directions at right angle. The lateral drains are provided with holes at bottom side. They may be staggered on either side or instead of being continuous. Sometimes the laterals are attached to the manifold but holes are not drilled into the laterals. Instead of that, the strainers are placed on the lateral drains. This is a cross section of a rapid sand filter beds which shows the placing of such collection system, in which the centrally larger diameter pipe of circular section has been provided, to which the laterals are connected. These laterals are perforated in nature. After the filtration process, the water gets collected into the perforated laterals and then is transferred to the central manifold. This is the cross section of the laterals and it shows the holes made. The angle between these is kept at 60 degree and generally the holes are made at the bottom. Well, this figure shows the different types of strainers utilized instead of the perforated holes. The other appurtenances along with this are the wash water trough, air compressor, rate of flow controller and various control valves. These are essential for the appropriate operation and maintenance of the rapid sand filter. The operation and cleaning of rapid sand filter. This particular figure shows the cross section of a rapid sand filter. It shows the number of valves along with the wash water storage, air compressor unit, and other appurtenances like wash water trough. It even shows the central drain and laterals in the figure. So let's try to understand the operation and cleaning of rapid sand filters. The rapid sand filter consists of around 6 different valves located at various places for the appropriate control of the operation. Generally, the rapid sand filters are, unlike the slow sand filters, are backwashed. It means that water is forced in a backward direction and the cleaning is happened. So let's try to understand the actual operation and maintenance. So at the time of operation or the filtration, the valves shown here as number 1 is kept open, while the valve at number 3, this valve and these two valves have been kept closed. So water is entering from this particular point and then entering into the sand which is placed for the filtration. After the filtration, it goes in the particular supporting gravel and then it will enter into these laterals. These laterals then will convey the water to this manifold place, and this manifold will convey this filtered water to the underground storage tank. Because of the continuous filtration, the sand media will get clogged, and this particular clogged media needs to be cleaned. Because of this, the rapid sand filter even get operated at the variable speed. It is not operated at the constant speed. So after this particular clogging will happen, then this number 1 valve was kept closed. This number 3 valve will be opened and this number valve will be closed. Along with this, now there are 2 different valves shown here will be opened. First of all, at the time of cleaning, the compressed air will be entered into this particular part of the rapid sand filter. It will enter through the gravel and will travel in the upward direction. The water level while washing will be kept somewhere here. Because of this compressed air, all particles of sand will get lifted and they will rub on each other in the presence of a small quantity of water available here. This will help to separate the certain amount of dirt or clogging material around these grains. After that, this wall is closed and this wall is opened. This wall will convey the water to the manifold, while this wall will be kept closed and this wall even will be kept closed. So the water will enter from here and it will then enter to the laterals and will evenly distributed and rise. This rising will then clean the media. This even will result in the lifting of a media up to a small extent, and this whole water will be collected through these particular wash water trough, and the backwashing will happen. During the normal course, water will enter from this place. It will flow through the sand and gravel bed, will enter into the lateral and then will be, after filtration, conveyed to the storage tank. While at the time of cleaning, the wash water will enter from this particular wash water tank, which is placed at sufficiently height so that the good amount of pressure can be generated, and then will enter from this manifold to these laterals and will clean this, and then will enter into these wash water trough. These wash water trough will convey this particular wastewater or the dirty water away. In some cases, this water is allowed to overflow and is conveyed to the wash water drain as shown here. The backwashing. The backwashing, as we have discussed, is performed when the head loss exceeds permissible limit, which is in a range of 2 to 3 meter. The backwashing even needs to be done in certain cases where the breakthrough happens. The meaning of breakthrough means the turbidity of the filtered water is crossing the acceptable limit of 1 NTU. In such cases even, the backwashing is performed. The backwashing is generally performed first in the form of air washing followed by the water washing as we have discussed. The backwashing is generally done once in a day for most of the plants, even though it should be performed normally in a range of 12 to 36 hours depending upon the clogging and the need. But generally most of the water treatment plants around are performing the backwashing once in a day. It utilizes a clean and filtered water only. For the backwashing, the water used should be a clean and filtered water. The dirty water escapes through a wastewater trough. The appropriate management is essential for this wastewater. The operational troubles in RSF or the rapid sand filter. Rapid sand filter is widely used in a country like India. And while operating, there are three different operational troubles that may happen in case of rapid sand filter. These are the formation of mud balls, cracking of filter and air binding. So formation of mud ball happens if we are not cleaning the media appropriately. Because of the inappropriate cleaning, the mud starts accumulating in the voids of the filter and then it starts on increasing the size, and after the number of days it may increase its size as shown in the figure. It may even trap the good amount of filter media in it and will form a very large mud ball which is then very difficult to wash or to break. Next is the cracking of filter. The cracking of filter happens once again because of the inferior type of backwashing, because of which once again the voids will be clogged and it will result in a formation of cracking of filter bed because of the formation of large pieces of sand particles attached together with the dirt. And last is air binding. Air binding is the rising of water through the filter bed. The rising of water may disturb the whole sand filter media and will even interfere with the normal operation of the filter. For the formation of mud ball and cracking of filters, one should be very critical while backwashing the filter. The air binding is something that results because of the negative head loss, and that's why the appropriate monitoring of the overall filtration process is very essential. So that's it for this session. I hope that you have understood the working of slow sand filter and rapid sand filter. Let's meet in the next session to learn more. And thank you for your patience learning, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you haven't yet subscribed my channel. Thank you.